Many of you probably wish you didn't, but I came to Washington, D.C. area in December of 1975, and I went to a party, a holiday party at my new employer, Mr. Dimbo, on the first or second day of my job. And at that party was Bob and Claudia Tyrrell, and I've known them ever since then. And he's been a great friend. Here's a dumb boy from South Carolina that came up here knowing almost no one, and I ended up being a friend of Bob Tyrrell. And it's a great thing. And by the way, knowing all you good people too from the firm that are here, we had many good years together. But I've already told the joke about Bob in Seattle when he came to see me in Seattle. And we were trying to get from the baseball game where I got 2 good tickets to see the Yankees play the Mariners. Nobody wanted to watch the Mariners, but the Yankees is a pretty good draw for Bob especially. And we were trying to get from the stadium to a steakhouse he wanted to go to a couple miles up the hill. And I said, let's use Uber. And this is back when Uber was just starting, and I did it and I clicked it, and all of a sudden the Uber came, and Bob said, wow, that's awesome. How'd you do that? And I said, Bob, just download the app. Anyone can do it, right? So we get in the car and we go towards the steakhouse, and I see him, he's like flicking around on his phone and everything. We get to the steakhouse and we order, he's still clicking. I finally said, I'm going to the bathroom, I'll be right back. He's still clicking and clicking. And I basically said, Bob, what are you doing? He says, well, this Uber thing, I'm all the way to the end of the application, but they want my car insurance number. He was trying. He was almost an Uber driver. So that was his technical process before Facebook came on the board, and now he was a great Facebooker, as well as Mark. You are a great Facebooker.
Can I join you now?
And now you can join.
So, we didn't plan this. Wait, I'm shooting at them. Yeah, let's watch them cry while we talk instead of us talking. What do you think of that? So the best thing I can say about Coleman is I never knew how he was Coleman White and I was Mark White, and we weren't brothers, because the second I met him, we were like best buddies. And we don't know why. We didn't do anything for anybody. We didn't do it, just always was. And we always treated each other as brothers, and Bob and I always treated each other as brothers, and he treated you as a brother. And it's hard.
My brother from a different mother.
Right.
Yeah. But I wanted to say that in 2017, when this guy says to Bob Tyrrell, do you want to go to a NASCAR race? And he goes, I'll go if Mark's going. I go, I'm not going. And like 5 minutes later, I go, go. And I had no idea that Coleman and Bob would go to a NASCAR race. And the key was we went through Scranton. And I said, wait, I'm going to get a once-in-a-lifetime tour of Scranton with Bob. And remember, he took us to all his hunting grounds. We went to Maroney's. We drove to the cemetery. On my YouTube, it says like Bob Tyrrell talks to Scranton funeral. I don't know, but he goes over to his gravesite, and it's got every relative that he's ever known. And they're all one after another on this one giant tombstone. And as I shot it, I'm like, oh shit, he's good, he'll be there one day. So, looking back, I spent my best time with him. Everybody loved him. I didn't think I was going to do this, but lift a drink. Remember Bob. Let the spirit stay here, right? And act like him. Be irreverent. Be happy. Be nice. Be generous. Be kind. Be sly. Are you going to kill me? Please kill me.
Can I add to the generosity of that story?
Man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Miriam.
The generosity of that story he just told was on the way back. Bob had arranged with Bob,
My brother. No relation.
to get a used car for my daughter, who had just graduated college and totaled my car, needed a car. And on the way back, the two of them with Bob coordinated driving the car back from somewhere in
Manheim,
wherever it was.
Pennsylvania.
I don't remember, in Pennsylvania. And that was just part of Bob's genuine generosity and willingness to go the extra yard for people. And I'll never forget him for his generosity to everyone, and his kindness.
Yeah. I went by the.
And I forgot the story until Mark reminded me yesterday.
Yeah, right.
I remember it. We had to fix a dent that we put in the car.
But I thought the one thing, I went by the gravesite before I came here, or up there, and I walked to the gravesite and I looked and I went, Bob, you were my best friend, my best buddy, I loved you, you loved me, and we'll never replace you. And I went, all right, that's it. Because that's how he would have done it. He would have just said, okay, we did it, thanks, bye. So that's the best I can say, I'm done. But our NASCAR race was great. Why?
Because you were there and there was a guy on our
No,
stadium.
because we parked right under the grandstand because he got the best tickets or the best thing. When we said we're about 30 minutes shy of this, we're sick of this, they just keep going in the same direction. So we got into the car, we made it back to Corning, which is 25 miles. We get there and Bob goes, let's go to the bars. We go right into the bar. We sit down. Bob looks at the menu, starts ordering appetizer after. Oh, there's an audience behind me. This is my podcast, by the way. If you put all that on the internet and just put it all together. So Bob starts ordering appetizers. And then he orders drinks, and the TV goes on, and it's the NASCAR race we just left, and it's still going on. So we're sitting there going, yeah, we were there. It was really tough in turn 3, man. Turn 3 was bad, man. People are looking at us like, how do you know? We go, we just left there. They go, why'd you leave? We wanted to have some seats at the bar. Seriously, it was the greatest thing ever. I'll never go again. Tip your bartenders and waitresses.